Good morning and welcome to the fifth quarter AZ. My name is Danny Neal and I'm happy to be here with you this morning, ready to have a really good show, but I can't go any further without bringing on my co-host, the guy that everybody knows all over Northern Arizona simply as the coach. But coach ain't all he do. That man get out there, he work in the community. The man is the head over recreation. The man just do all kind of stuff. So I'm gonna bring him on today. My co-host, the coach, Mr. Tyrone Johnson. How you doing today, man?
Man, I'm good, Coach. How you doing?
I'm doing good. What you laughing at already, man?
Hey,
I ain't
man,
said nothing stupid enough.
hey, man. You say too much. You go on too long about all that in the intro. For one, you just at this point you just say my co-host Tyrone Johnson or whatever you want to say. You know what I mean? And then we there.
See, every week you get a new title. You do something new with something, man. So I'm just trying to refresh and keep everybody up to date with all this stuff you do. You know, so that's all it is, man. I'm just giving you your props.
Well, man, I appreciate it. You know what I mean? And then, like I say, just being here and just being able to kick it with my guy and just chop it up, go back and forth. You know what I'm saying? What better way to spend the day?
Hey, man, it ain't no better way to start your day than just sit here and hang out, talk with friends. Our guest today is a good friend. So, you know, it's just a good day, man. So, but just going back on your week and your weekend last weekend, how'd it go, man? Anything spectacular happen? Were you a Laker fan or a Celtic fan? You know, your season over?
You trying to pick again, huh? Because you went down there and you got to another championship, and we failed to do that. As far as with the AAU, is that what you getting at, man? Because we can just go right there, man, and just let the folks know, man, that your team has been doing it. Every time they play, they either winning the championship or making a championship appearance, man. So how did that feel? How did your weekend go? Let's go there.
That wasn't what I was talking about, but since you mentioned it, I got a good group of 8th, 7th, 8th grade girls. They're playing hard. They're working hard. You actually put them up in the JV bracket this year, this past tournament. So we had a group of 7th, 8th graders playing in the JV bracket, made it to the championship, didn't win, but they played hard. And that's what the summer's about, not about winning championships, but about just getting better. So it's a great group, but once again, that's all of them, everybody. It doesn't matter what level, doesn't matter who's winning or losing, as long as they're playing hard and competing. That's what flag hoops is about.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's good just to see them get out there and compete and just, you know what I mean, improve and just make that steady improvement and take on challenges and, you know, see how they respond when they're in adverse situations. And so that group is solid and they respond. So you got a great group.
They do. They've got potential.
Yes.
So we'll put it like that. We don't want to heap too much praise on them right now. They're really young and they've got so much to offer, so much to learn and get better.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes,
sir. So we're happy about that, man. And you know, recreation is doing well. Softball has started up. What else is going on?
Oh man, it's the last week of school, you know what I mean? So graduation and all that coming up. Trying to just get ready for summer programming. And so, you know, recreation is always something going on. It's always going to be a little bit busy, but right now, you know, we're going to concentrate a little bit on the graduates and what they're doing next and all that good stuff. And, you know, just wish them the best. You know, everybody going to be, all the seniors that's walking the line today, we want to wish them best, give them some love and some props. So great year, great careers, all that good stuff. So it's all about the graduates today.
That's right, man. And it's just not the high school graduates. I had my granddaughter, Lala, she's promoted from the 5th grade to middle school. Tomorrow, my granddaughter, Macy, goes from kindergarten to 1st grade. So at all levels, we got kids moving up, getting that education. And, yeah, we know that's number one. Sports is next. So, hey, congratulations to all the graduates at whatever level you're at. And keep moving. Keep working hard. Good things will happen for you.
Coach, let me ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
Do you think whatever school Macy is going to, they're going to be ready for her in the 1st grade?
They're not going to be ready for Macy in the 1st grade. We know that already. Macy's at Puente, and she's loving it. She's learning Spanish. She wants to learn Navajo. And She already been around all us, so she already talks stupid. So that's my granddaughter, but you know how she be talking crazy, especially to you. She loves Coach Johnson. And you get in there and play right along with her, man. So that's good stuff, man. And please, if you like what we're doing, hit that like button, subscribe, let us know how we're doing. So that we can just keep moving and doing things the right way and getting people on that you want to see.
Yep. And one more little shout out, Coach, as far as graduates. Oh, Faith Gant, she went ahead and she getting promoted out of elementary to middle school. And so
yes, she is.
World.
I don't know if the middle school ready for Faith Gant. I just don't know if they're ready for her. But anyway, congratulations to her too. And we're just happy about that, man. So good things are happening. Sports world, I know there's a lot of talk about the Boston Celtics. I know there's a lot of talk about the Lakers nationally. And, it's just exciting. It's been exciting to see how the NCAA tournaments panned out with so much competition and teams coming out of nowhere, and the same things happening in the NBA. So, it's exciting.
You better be talking about Jimmy Buckets. He's going to another level.
Oh, man. What you talking about? He's for real.
Yeah.
He's for real.
Jimmy Buckets, he at another level.
When you talk about the best player in the NBA right now, it's definitely Jimmy Buckets. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. The man is making noise in Miami. I don't know if he's making them forget about D Wade, but he coached.
Yeah, nah, that's always gonna be D Wade City. But if he can bring him a championship, he'll get close.
That's right. That's right. Well, that's good stuff, man. So we talk about championships, we talk about competing, and we talk about coaches and people working hard. And that brings us right to our guest for the day. A guy who I know you competed against, y'all, and did some classic battles against each other, man, and still remain best friends, and we all close. So I'm gonna let you bring out this guy. He's a special guy.
No, absolutely. I mean, just through the coaching ranks, you talk about state champion and all that type of stuff. He's been there. He's done that. He's one of the just best guys in the coaching business. You know what I mean? Will help you out at any moment. Will conversate with you. Will, participate in what you're doing to help you out. But more importantly than that, he's been big for the Winslow high school community, for the girls basketball community, and just for basketball in Arizona. And so we're going to bring on none other than our man, Coach, Mr. Jerron Jordon. What's up, Coach?
What's up, Coach?
Y'all doing?
I see you were sitting back just laughing.
Hey, I'm grateful. Thank you for having me, Coach Johnson and Coach Neal. It's my honor to be here and I want to congratulate you two gentlemen on your state championship this past season. And that's a phenomenal accolade. But thank you.
Thank you. We definitely appreciate that. Coming from you, we appreciate that.
Right, for sure. So that's like family, that's happy for each other, and I think that's truly what we become, and gonna always be like that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and definitely appreciate you joining us today. So as we get into conversation, we chop it up all the time, but why don't you go ahead and just tell the folks a little bit about yourself, your coaching path, how you got into it, and just I know I'll let you tell it too, what you're currently doing and whatnot, but give us a little bit about yourself.
Okay. So I'm currently a 5th grade teacher at Washington Elementary School in Winslow, Arizona. And, I came to Winslow in 2001 under the Hall of Famer coach, Don Petronovich, and I was his assistant basketball coach and his junior varsity coach, and who a better man to learn from, a mentor. He soaked up a lot of knowledge like a sponge. And then in 2010, I took over for Coach Petronovich, and he was my athletic director at the time for a few years. And I took over the varsity program, and I've been and I just recently retired from coaching this past year after being the head coach for a plethora of years here in Winslow. So it's been a good run. I'm gonna focus more right now on my family and my classroom, so to speak.
Yeah, nah, that's what's up. And during your coaching tenure, you had some obviously great moments, great players. Just tell us a little bit about the accomplishments that happened in the girls program while you were assistant and head coach.
So I got to be a part of a great basketball program, one of the best in the state,
Right.
and to work with the legend, as we call him around here, Don Petronovich. Um, we won quite a few state championships. We were very successful. We had some great kids that worked extremely hard, both in and out of the classroom and on the court. And then I was able to win one on my own, and I've been blessed with a great coaching staff. I'd like to acknowledge my former assistant coach, Eric Petronovich, who's Don's son.
Right.
He was with me for a plethora of years, and give a shout out to my other coaches, my JV coach, Janine Barton, who will be the new head coach here at Winslow High School, and Jen Yazzie, because we were all together, as one big family, part of this big coaching spectrum.
Yeah. So, and you're telling us about I'll get to son of mine. Coming to Winslow, where did you come from? What was your playing experience?
So I grew up in Coolidge, Arizona.
Okay.
That's where I'm from originally. Went to Coolidge High School, and then went to NAU and for my undergrad and my graduate work, and worked, and I was working while I was doing my master's work. I was also teaching fifth grade, but also coaching too, helping Coach Petronovich at the time, and working in the classroom. And then later on, I started my own family. My son Jerron Jr., and he's playing basketball now. And so I married my wife Jenna Jordan. She's a elementary second grade teacher here in Winslow, and we just have the one child. And my wife has been a big support for me. As you coaches' wives, they go through
Right.
a lot, and I'm grateful and thankful for that. And I've been blessed to have my family that still resides in Coolidge, and they come up and support my teams over the years and wherever we're at. And they always enjoy coming to the Pepsi.
Absolutely. It's always good to see, your mom and your aunt and everything, and just, catch up with them a little bit at the Pepsi. And it depends on whether, you're on this side of the bracket and I'm on this side of the bracket, and then we meet, you know what I mean? It depends on how that game go, but it's always fun talking
some great battles though, didn't we?
Yeah, we definitely did. We definitely had some great battles. And, those would be some of the things that, I take with me early, because I remember just coming in and first coaching, and then coaching, of course, against Petronovich, and then you, and just knowing that had to have our A game out and ready just to be able to compete. Otherwise, we were going to get blew out, and that was the bottom line. And so, just your coaching philosophy and stuff like that. Give us a little bit about that, and, your preparation, or, how year in and year out you guys remain not only relevant, but one of the top teams in the state.
Well, Coach Petronovich had already kind of paved the way, and when he started the program in the late 70s. And, I tried to instill that when I was a lower level coach. And, we had some great teams that, were actually undefeated. We had 3 junior varsity undefeated teams, and that was phenomenal. And those teams later became state champions, because in those days, that was before PowerPoints, and we were going across state lines into New Mexico, playing a lot of really, really tough teams, some Vegas teams. And, so, and when I took over for him, I didn't want to try to change too much, because how can you follow a Hall of Famer that had already established? And I just tried to do my best, and keep the program at a high level, really instilling defense and hard work. And the kids bought into it. And like I said, you can be the best coach in the world, but you have to have the kids buy in. And I was fortunate for that. They bought in both in the classroom and on the court, but we established that discipline. And then we were able to instill that at all 3 levels. Thankful to a really good staff that I was blessed to have over the years. And the kids worked hard, and between those years of my coaching tenure, we bounced back between the 3A North, which pound for pound, a lot of people think it's one of the toughest conferences in all divisions. Because there's no off night. You have to play hard every night. And then some years we were in the 3A East, which was still a very, very tough region. and virtually at the end, we pretty much played each other. So those two regions, a lot of times we felt like getting out of the region was going to be the toughest thing. If you were able to get out of the region, you always had a good chance. If you put in the work and worked hard, a lot of things have to fall in place to be successful. But we were fortunate. We had some good runs, and I'm thankful for the opportunities I've had here in Winslow.
Mm-hmm. And you talk about the classic battles that you and Coach Johnson have had. What one stands out in your mind as just that classic battle? I don't know whether you won or lost.
Yeah, I think I don't remember exactly off the top of my head what year it was, but it was the year we played at Sanawa. We had to play over there because I think you guys had a flood or something along the lines at your venue. Yeah. And so that was one that was really special. And then
but maybe some special
coaches teams were gonna compete. I mean, we had played each other earlier in the season, and then I think they beat us, and then we got a second opportunity at them. And if you play Coach Johnson's team, you had to bring it, like you said, and otherwise, we were gonna get waxed. And that was the thing I was telling my kids on the court. You gotta, but just the camaraderie and the friendship. We could laugh and hug before the game, but when that ball goes up, both of us wanted to win. And, we were working the lines, and it was just such a blessing and an opportunity to coach with a true Hall of Famer, in my opinion, and Coach Johnson and yourself.
Yeah, well, and I was asking for specifics in that game, and I think Coach Johnson was waiting for specifics because I could see his game face starting to come on, and he went to frown.
No, I know, because look, I know what he's talking about
just now.
Because we've done it a couple different times in terms of, I think that year we went to Winslow and we actually beat them at home.
You don't do that.
And then I think that may have been Grace's freshman year, and I wanted to make sure she understood, like, hey, you made the right decision coming to Flag High. We're going to go over there. We're going to make sure we give it to them. And then they come back to the Pepsi and they give it back to us. And so I'm like, well,
yeah.
So I know exactly what he was talking about. Right. And yeah, it was at Sanawa though that year.
Yes, it was a little personal, but we had a good time, and the student athlete that you mentioned had ties to both programs with her family, and her mother was a Winslow High School alumni, so we were excited, but at the end of the day, it was always fun times. Yeah. That's what's important.
Yeah, that's what it was for sure. Coach, you mentioned your family, you mentioned your wife and stuff like that. How important is it to have a proper support system which enables you to go out and coach and be all that you can be for these student athletes?
And it's very important. Coach's wife goes through a lot, and my wife and my mother and father and my son and my extended family have really been my support system. And supporting me here in Winslow. And sometimes there's always a lot of pressure, and sometimes take it home, and and that's important, and so she's never missed one of my games in all my years, and so that's important to me, though. Now that I'm looking back at my career, I look back at that, and that's something I can really truly cherish, and when I look in the stands and know that my parents was up there and drove all the way from Southern Arizona, and for my mother to come back home to Winslow, that's very special. So it's very important, and it's kind of the strength for us coaches,
mm-hmm.
Because when you look up there and see your family, or and some of my state championship team in 13 was the year my son, in 2012, 13 was when my son was born. So it's a special group, and they were a big part of his life. So that's something we can look back and cherish over the years.
Yeah.
Now, and you're talking about the tradition in Winslow. Is there any pressure on you, because that's a winning city, and they don't tolerate too much losing?
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure, but I knew what I was signing myself up for, and but there's also a lot of support. I've been blessed to have some great fans and very loyal kids and administration, and they've always provided me with the support, that I felt I needed to be a successful coach. And I boast and brag about my staff all the time, because without them, I couldn't have been successful in my career. But yeah, there was a lot of pressure, and I'm grateful that I was able to be successful because it meant a lot, but I think like my wife always tells me, I'm my hardest critic.
Right. Right.
You always want to carry the program to the Don Petronovich standard.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and I think that's what any coach, just all of the Final Fours we went to, and times we didn't get to the championship and had great seasons, and at the end of the day, Coach Johnson is, what did I do wrong? Well, you led them to the lake, you showed them where the water was. You put their mouth in there to drink it. If they didn't drink it, I don't know what more you can do. And it's like, no, what could I have done? And so I guess all coaches are our own worst critics.
Right. For me, my first state champion, before I won one, I was a runner up to my good friend Justin Smith at Page High School when Justin was on the girls' side. Now he's the boys' coach, and you learn from those things, and your kids learn because most of that team, 90% of that team, returned the next year, so they had been there and they knew what to expect. It wasn't so overwhelming for them, so to speak.
Right.
Yeah, and I think experience is the best teacher, as you say. For us too, going like last year when we were the runner-ups to South Point Catholic, and then getting back this year and be able to complete the task, you could tell a difference in some of the players that were already on that stage. And so I agree that is real important. And good old Justin, he winning them on the girls' side and he went to the boys' side and won them, huh?
Yeah, he's a special coach, and I credit a lot of my success to him too. And he's one of our coaching friends that will remain forever. But those teachings, though, from experience, and even at the lower levels, pave the way for you as a coach and your athletes, because that's one thing we know we can't teach is experience.
Right.
Get in the lights, and everything changes, and
right.
And the big down at the big arena and the venues, and then that's one thing that we've really been grateful for to have up here. Our kids get to play in some really nice venues, especially in the 3A, 3A North, up in Chinle and Window Rock. They have some of the nicest venues in the country.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Winslow's not too shabby.
Yeah, our gym's nice as well. Yeah.
Yes,
so
indeed.
You've coached on the boys' side a little bit, correct?
No, my
you haven't did anything on the
experience
boys.
in coaching boys would just, be kind of with my son and youth basketball, so stuff, things of that nature, helping out with a little bit with, AAU when I was, still learning in Southern Arizona, but nothing at the high school level. It's been all in the girls program. And but I was a junior varsity coach for I think 10 years under Don. And so it was fun, and I had a good experience, and I learned a lot, man.
Right. Yeah, and I know just talking to you, there's a possibility of you doing something with the boys down there. How do you think that will be different?
Obviously the boys game is a lot faster, and things are different. But it'd be a blessing for me to be able to have the opportunity to work with my son and some of his friends and things of that nature. But we'll cross that bridge when that opportunity comes. But I'm just really enjoying myself being a dad and being able to travel. I got Little League baseball coming up, and he's playing that, and so I just like kicking back, sitting in the stands, and not that coaching pressure we always talk about.
Go, Coach?
Yeah, no, so that was going to kind of be one of the things I asked, now that you retire from coaching, like, what's the next chapter look like for you?
Well, I'm looking forward to, basketball's very important to me. It's been a part, but I love hunting and fishing too, and I do, we do archery hunting, my dad and I and my family. And so, I was doing that anyway, but I'm looking forward to the opportunity of being able to do some winter hunts, because that was always during our season. And just really being able to spend more time with my wife and my son, and being able to go visit my parents down south. And but that's the main thing. I want to be able to have those opportunities, and and not have to miss any more games because I'm on the road, so to speak.
Right. So how are you as a sports parent?
I have high expectations, that's but I don't ever, tell the coach what to do. And I like him to
Right.
hear another voice because I think that's important. I think that's a life skill, you know,
Mhm.
and I had the opportunity. This is the first year, for example, as in the classroom that my school departmentalized. We used to just stay because I teach fifth grade with the same group of kids. So my son was in my last hour, but I didn't have him in my homeroom because I wanted him to have a
Mhm.
very strong teacher, in which he did this year. And I'm thankful for that. But I do push him, to work hard, and I have high expectations. But he has high expectations of himself as well.
Right. That's good. That's good. Coach,
Now that,
I see something on your mind
no,
now.
ain't nothing on mine. I'm just saying, the thing of it is from a coaching perspective and a father perspective,
Mhm.
when you're coaching your son, do you think that you'll be able to differentiate that? Will you treat him any different? Like, will you be hard on him because he's your son and you had these expectations? If you're able to coach him in AAU or anything like that, or will you be able to step back and be like, okay, he's just a player right now. He's not, little Jerron.
Right, right. So it's always going to be about the team. That I have the same expectations for him as I do anybody else. But I think one of the things that I've learned from coaching, and being able to coach and see how other people do things is you never want to take the fun out of the game.
Right.
But you're a coach's son, and you do need to work hard. And but I don't think that. I think those teachings have already been taught.
Right.
So he'll get treated like just like everybody else. It'll always be about that team, and and trying to build a good chemistry within the team. Because when you have that, you can go a long way with any, and you got that team chemistry. And the kids are having fun out there, you know.
Right. And I think your case will be the same as Coach Johnson's case with when he coached his daughter Ellie.
Mhm.
She helped him.
Right, right.
And I'm sure Lil Jordan will be the same with you, just in the fact that she made sure she was number one in every respect. She made sure nobody worked harder than her. So when we went home and the parents say, "Oh, he's paying her before you," the kids, the players were the first ones to say, "No, it was supposed to be out there." She made no doubt that her daddy better player.
Right. But
you
yeah,
know,
he's fortunate. He has great coaches, and Coach Birdie, Coach Furlan,
mhm.
and Coach Farron and Coach Marcella and Coach Tree. So I say they're your coaches. You listen to them, and the respect is mutual. So they know they have my support.
Yeah.
Well, that's all right, man. And I know it's just being around the team is what you miss.
Yeah,
Not so much the wins and losses,
right,
just the team.
right. And that's why I'm gonna be. I told my junior varsity coach Janine Barton had got received is the new head coach at Winslow High School. I'm saying I'm gonna be your best fan in the stands. You can always call me for anything, and you need me. I'm there for you because you helped me a lot, and I'm truly thankful for that. But I'm gonna support the kids. That's what we do.
Well, if
That's
they
right.
come to the Pepsi and you come, you can still come to the hospitality room, man. You can still come back there and kick
You guys might have to put me out of there.
You and Dave Brown, we okay.
Yeah, we like to eat over here.
That's good
Well,
stuff.
that's good stuff, man. Well, I think we've come to the part in the show where we ask you to impart a little wisdom on us. But it comes off of a question for from Coach Johnson.
Okay.
So it is time now for our da 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 Coach Johnson's Golden Nugget question of the week. Get him, Coach.
All right, coach. So there's former players, maybe even parents, so on and so forth, that are interested in coaching, that are really wanting to dip their toes into the coaching water. What is one piece of advice that you could give them that will help them out on their journey into coaching?
Probably to be firm, fair, and consistent in their teachings. Because if you do that, your program is going to be successful. And always run whatever you believe in. Don't try to do something that you don't believe in, so to speak, as a coach. And that ties in with that firm, fair, and consistency, and those teachings that you need. I think whether you're doing coaching boys or girls, if you have those three tools, you're going to be successful. Obviously you need the hard work to go with it. That'd be my number one advice for them.
Yeah. And that's actually my base philosophy. That's what you're gonna get. Be firm, I'm gonna be fair, and I'm gonna be consistent. And then everything else come off of that.
Right.
Yeah. Well, that's good stuff, Coach, man. We definitely appreciate your time today. Just getting with us, I'm gonna definitely miss the battles, but definitely still want to see you in the stands. And, we got each other's numbers, so let's make sure we don't lose contact.
All right. Thank you, guys. It's my pleasure. And I'm very honored to be on your show today. Thank you very much.
Hey, man, anytime you have anything you want to bring out, anything you got going on, hit us up, man, because love to have you on the show. We talked about this at our favorite place a while back, getting you on the show.
Yes, sir. I wish you guys and your team the best in summer basketball and next season. I know you can do it, and Black High School basketball is in great shape.
Last question: what is Winslow girls looking like this year? What's your prediction for Winslow girls next year?
Winslow girls are going to be very successful. They have a great group of student athletes coming back and great leadership to follow.
So, win conference?
I think they can. They have a good shot at winning conference. Yes, sir. And make a run in the state tournament.
Heard it first here.
Well, he didn't lead the covers bare. They got JC coming back and everything. He left the program in great shape.
In great shape.
They're going to be ready to compete. Yeah. Coach, man, just best of luck to you. I appreciate everything that you've done for the game of basketball, that you've done for me. Appreciate the calls, the scouts, just everything that you've done. And I want to wish you the best of luck moving forward, spending time with the family. And, I just hope and pray that you enjoy this phase of your life.
Thank you. And likewise, brother. Thank you.
It's the same thing here, man. We always gonna stay in contact and laugh, talk, enjoy each other as family. And we wish nothing but the best for you and your family as you go forward. And you always got family here. You can always hit us up, man.
Thank you. And likewise, Danny.
All right, Coach. That was a great show, man. It's nice when we can comfortably sit back and just chop it up like we sitting outside or something, man. So, and that's what this was today. It was fun. And, once again, I try to learn something every show. Now I found out the coach is from Coolidge. Never knew that before. So I'm waiting for somebody to ask me, hey, where Coach Jordan from? So I can tell them.
Can you spell it, though?
Coolidge.
We're going to leave that alone, Coach. We're going to leave that alone. Hey, it was definitely a good show, man. And
the city of the president. No,
you fool. And so we definitely appreciate Coach for coming on and just doing this with us. And so, man, I don't know what else you got to do today, but I do know one thing, man. I ain't fooling with you no more today. I hope everybody have a great day out there. And I do know one thing. You ain't got to go home,
but you got to leave here. Peace.